Governor Ron DeSantis was in South Florida today to announce the appointment of 2 Supreme Court justices. And while he was there, he gave an update on the coronavirus pandemic.
The virus was never going to impact this state uniformly. The testing capacity we have exceeds the demand for people taking the tests. We do usually 50% capacity at our drive-through sites. Now, our CB Moore and Broward will usually have, 80, 90%. The Miami sites are usually around 50, and I have some like the Panhandle. They have like 50 people in a day will come through those sites, and so we identified a lot of things for that, and obviously we're going to continue to test. But the fact of the matter is, we haven't been able to test as many people as we thought would want to get tested.
And today, the acting Secretary of Homeland Security, Chad Wolf, was in Jacksonville, and he stopped here at Fire Station number 1 right behind me, where he announced additional federal resources for fire departments across the country and their first responders who really are on the front lines of the coronavirus pandemic. Now, he was joined by Jacksonville Mayor Lenny Curry, Congressman John Rutherford, and others as he talked about what's called the SAFER grant. It stands for Staffing for Adequate Fire and Emergency Response, to make sure that firefighters have the resources they need. And this grant will help fire departments with retention and also with recruitment.
They deserve our thanks, they deserve our gratitude, but most importantly, they deserve our respect. Unfortunately, fire departments across the nation are experiencing economic pressures during the pandemic. These pressures have an impact on municipal budgets and are straining existing first responder personnel across the country.
Now, Jacksonville Fire Rescue most recently received $5.5 million in SAFER grant money in 2018. That allowed them to hire 40 additional firefighters. And today, Fire Chief Keith Powers announced that Jacksonville Fire Rescue just today applied for this year's grant. Now, after the press conference, I was the only reporter to get a one-on-one interview with Acting Secretary Wolf, and I asked him about the impact that this grant money will actually have.
What we're trying to do here is provide flexibility for firefighters and for departments all across the country, giving them the ability to hire additional staff in the middle of the pandemic. What we know is as city revenue is down, it's going to impact some of their first responder services that they provide. So we've eliminated that 25% cost share match. So the federal government will be picking up 100% of these firefighters' salaries over the next 3 years, and we provide some additional flexibilities in FY20 as well.
Money needed now more than ever. Now, in my interview with him, we covered a wide variety of topics, and I wanted to ask him about hurricanes because, the official start of the hurricane season starts next week, and FEMA falls under the Department of Homeland Security. So coming up tonight at 6, you'll hear what he told me about where people will evacuate if a hurricane heads our way. We're live downtown tonight. Heather Crawford, First Coast News, on your side.